Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Let me quickly guide you to the race. So this is 6.5 manufacturer round 4 of this season, and then this is happening at Sargdena road track C. GT4 cars in 25 laps around this circuit with soft and medium tires are included for this race, but however we will be only using a no stopper medium strategy. So the soft tires we are using just for the qualifying, and then mediums we switch back to mediums and we run those mediums all the way to the end of the race. So a lot of saving strategies are involved in this race. About the lobby, this is a lobby of A drivers, so the A license holders, which is somewhere around 31k to 37k, because my car number here was car number 18, where I was having 34 to 36k, somewhere around 35k DR at this point. So probably one of the strongest lobby I ever took part since ever I just got recently upgraded to the A driver rating. So let's jump into the qualifying. You are joining with me here for my qualifying session. As always, I always look for a good track position, and then my first qualifying lap went very well. I mean, comparing into my standards, it was the 156.1 was a really good lap time, which gave me P3, but I knew that I could easily go, I could beat that, and I wanted to catch the slipstream, and I end up behind this Aston Martin driver, which is holding P3, but and also a decent gap to him, which kind of good thing for me, because I'm holding a decent gap and I'm still on the slipstream range. So as long as I nail this lap, it should be giving me at least P3 or even the podium to start with. So but unfortunately this Aston Martin driver went too wide, hit the barriers, slowed down himself. I had nowhere to go here, but I just decided to go around the outside, because eventually I have no other way to go. So I decided to go on the outside. I have no clue what happened here, whether he was pissed or whether he wanted to abandon his lap because of that hit he got through the left-hander. But all in all, it worked out on my favor, because now I'm getting a slipstream from P4 all the way up, and then with that, as you can see, I was very happy about that lap. I managed to get into P2 1.5 tenths quicker than my best lap over there, and we are starting the race P2. So off we go to do 25 laps around Sardinia road track C. So again, the strategy is save tires as much as you can, and as much as I can, and then just stick into this guy's slipstream. But having said that, I don't have no clue. I mean, I guess this is the effect of the lag, because I'm pretty sure I took the corner the way, but as I exit from the corner, I completely lost the front end. I managed to survive there, but we lost one position. But however, I was quite cool about that, because rather than letting the leader run away, I decided to let RCC to take the corners as he's supposed to, and then maybe he can pull us all the way back to the leader. But because I knew that RCC would struggle big time towards the end of the race, but I was actually thinking that these both are on soft tires because the way they pull away, but actually later on it turned out to be they're actually fast. They were on the same strategy, and shout out to this guy and RCC doing a race all the way 25 laps around here without a pit stop in that, because we all know that RCC struggled big time here. So for me, that P2 is secure. I knew that RCC will drop down somewhere on lap 14, lap 15 badly, because of the big disadvantage that he has towards the tires. So still we are sitting on behind them and just letting them do the job for us, hoping that they'll make a mistake. But seems to be they both are driving clean, they both are working together instead of. But the worst thing is I have no clue what's happening with my internet here, because it keeps dropping. I'm so glad I didn't get I haven't had any disconnection, but however, it's so in a bad situation. I keep lagging, and sometimes I get the yellow 2 bars. But yeah, it was so unfortunate, because I keep lagging, and sometimes I get a lot of distraction throughout because of that, because the car ahead moving left and right, and it kind of distract me a lot. So still nothing pretty much happening on this race, because the guy seems to be pulling out nicely, because you see the Spaniard at Jaguar hit the best lap, and then I'm nearly 3/10 slower than him, so I need to pick up my pace, but however it doesn't seems to be happening in that way, so very unfortunate for us. But it's these longer races, it's nice to just sit, and it's just nice to sit behind someone, just relax and drive, because you do need a lot of focus when you're doing same circle for 25 times. But also we have to keep in mind that Aston Martin start catching up, and now he's in our slipstream, so we have to push a bit and then get a very decent gap to drive in this way. But and again, it seems to be the guy ahead nicely pulling away from us, and then left me behind without having any slipstream. And then it's a good thing not having slipstream and not having a space to drive your own, but at the same time I really plan to have slipstream all the way through, because it kind of helped me to save my tires and then brake earlier. But now once again Aston Martin driver so close to us, and I decided if he tries to make a move, I'll let him go and then I'll enjoy his slipstream, because it doesn't seem to be wise to battle so hard and just kill my tires. So in here I push him to outside and I try to widen up the line, but I kind of wanted at the same time to let him go, because there is no point for me to keep defending and losing much time to the guys ahead. So yeah, once again we managed to drop the Aston behind, but unfortunately I went wide throughout that corner, so it kind of ruined my exits to the downhill. And then as you can see, once again the Aston Martin kind of tapped us on our way, and then we lost our braking point because of that, because I was so distracted by his step, and then it just kind of unsettled my car too. So in here, I mean, there's no point for me to fight with him, because it's just gonna cost both of us more time, and then as well as the tires, because the more I fight, I will have to brake later. I have to take sharp turns instead of plowing throughout the corner, because I knew that I will have to survive towards to the end of the race with this strategy. And not only myself, I think most of the drivers here went with the non-stoppers, so it's ideal to survive now and just drive slow, just drive smooth instead of pushing so hard. But yeah, once again we managed to stop the car and then pull out from the Aston Martin for the final corner, because I was struggling big time towards to this final corner. So but having said that, this last 3 laps has been all about getting away from him instead of catching up the pack ahead, but that is not actually what I want to. So we seems to be slowly picking our pace now. We are getting back to our regular pace, because first thing of this race hasn't been towards to us, because it's so now it's all about going and just catching up this P2 at least, because I knew that RCC will drop down somehow at some point because of the tire disadvantage he has towards the front wheel drive cars. So but having said that, finally this final corner has been my worst nightmare ever, because I couldn't take it. Most of the time I just mess it up. So PTX took the advantage of that, and he jumped into P3 now. But however, once again that lag, I have no clue what the heck is going on with my internet and the connections and whatever it is, and it's so annoying right now. So we decided to stay behind this guy and then see if we can work together. And once again this lag, it's really annoying to me. And then in here he just went too wide at once, and then still he managed to survive there somehow. I mean, he was so close to to the right side wall there, but however he managed. And then we are just sitting here and trying our best to use that slipstream and save the tires as much as we can towards the end, because we know that P2 will drop down so badly. But we have to work with this guy at least for some few laps at least. Right here I again bump drafting my brake early, give him the space to drive. I just want to get back to this track somehow, because P1 and P2 were driving, the Spaniard and then the Portuguese driver, and P2 with the RSCZ, they were driving so fine. And then unfortunately for this Aston Martin PXT, and he just went wide, and he decided still to go side by side. I mean, there were no chance that I could save him there, because he went too wide and he just tapped the wall, bounced back to the track, and obviously I can't slow down there. I mean, I wanted to slow down, but if I slow down, the guys behind will catch us up, the Spaniard and Subaru. So I had to go by side, which is not the corner that you should go side by side in that occasion, because the only two overtaking points in this track is in this particular layout is turn 1 and then the final turn, if you can get into inside blind and then power out to get a better exit. But other than that, it was so unfortunate for PXT, and but there were no PTX. I'm sorry, it was so unfortunate. So after all these things, from lap number 11 to lap number 19, I was driving all alone by myself. There was no chance for me to catch up. And then finally, as I was expecting, at lap 19 the RCC start dropped down. I mean, I must say, this guy, he must have like really good tire saving skills, because I was expecting him to drop down by lap 12, but look at him, even at lap 19 he's still fighting with me. And my tires are feels definitely second hand, and I can't imagine how this RCC survive in this race without a no stopper. So really shout out to him, fair play to this guy in P2 for managing this race with RCC. Once again, my internet, it's all over the place, and it's annoying. It's really annoying to drive around like this. Including tire wear, RCC has a big disadvantage, because he doesn't has the acceleration, I mean, from the corners, because you can see from the exit of the corners he's struggling big time, that because of the worn tires RCC can't put that power down, otherwise he's holding. But I'm pretty sure if I can get close to him, as you can see, he flashed, he knew it's game over for him if he decided to fight, so he just flashes a hazard, he let me go. So we got back to P2 now. From here on it's all about surviving. But if you notice throughout this last 2 laps, there were P4, the Jimmy was driving behind us on a McLaren. So this is the biggest threat to me right now, because I know that I won't be able to, I mean, unless P1 make a big mistake, I won't be able to catch P1. So it's all about securing this P2. But my tires are at a point where I have to really drive I have to not push the car way too much, because as you can see, Jimmy is closing by, and I know by experience from the last 4G race, McLaren holds the tires much it preserves the tires a lot more than Jag. By my previous practices, I just know that my front right is pretty much dead. And at the end of now jumping into lap number 23, as you could see, Jimmy just caught us up so close. I mean, it shows that the tire preserving ability of that McLaren comes to play here, and we have a biggest threat to grab our P2 position. We don't want to let this go, but we don't want to at least let this go by not having a fight. So I'm pushing hard to secure this place, but I have 2 more laps to go. Hopefully we'll be defending that, and Jimmy is going around the outside, and I'm holding the line here. So But as soon as I got to straights, obviously even in slipstream, McLaren is fast in the straights, but Jaguar is a next level OP. So in here, he's on my slipstream, and then I try to get into the middle of the track where he has to go outside, but he made a cheeky move around the inside. But obviously he couldn't put the power down because it was too narrow for him. We managed to get the cut back, and then to get ahead of him here, and then we have the inside line, so for sure he will have to back up. So let's jump into the replay camera here. This is what happened. He shoot out inside. I didn't expect him to shoot out inside. I knew he was close, but I don't think it was enough for him to go for a move. But I had to brake early because my front right were at dead, and then I was so aware that he's going for it, so I just I didn't expect him to go for it. But look at this. Even though we run side by side, no contact at all, there was tiny tap, but so much respect shown. And this is the comparison of the tires. Look at my front right and look at his tires. You get my tires in myself, and then the P1 driver, we have the similar tire wear. So, and look at if you have noticed, McLaren has much better tires than us, so especially our fronts were tight. So this is the last lap, so we are heading to the last lap. After I have to take this corner fine so I can defend, but in here I did slow down the car, but unfortunately I couldn't put the power down because of that front tires. And then Jimmy just close up. I mean, it shows the tire wear difference between myself and him. He's right behind us. In here I'm in such a vulnerable position that I can't do anything. I decided to go for the outside and then just get the cut back, which having said, but Jimmy made a awesome move around the inside, and then I couldn't I had no answers. I mean, as you can see, I was trying my best, and once again this is the move, this is the replay that over there, as you can see, I think I had to hold inside line because I knew he was behind, but doing that I went wide, and then he just managed to put his nose in here, and where I was so vulnerable. As you can see, I was so vulnerable that I had no other way than back off, because I don't have enough tires to go around the outside at this point. I am so it was I mean, I was so vulnerable at that point. I can't do anything, but it was a great move by Jimmy. So let's see that if we can capitalize here. We are still behind him, and once again that lag kicks in. It's so annoying when it kicks in, and in here I couldn't put the power down, man. I mean, even in slipstream I couldn't catch him up. His tires were much better than mine. I had no answer for whatever he thrown at me, and we hold him for 3 laps, but after that I couldn't do it anymore. And now it's all about securing this P3, and once again he went wide, I went wide too. But look at this, we took the same lines, but look how much he pulled away from us. I mean, because of the tire difference. So with that we have to stick into P3 position, but however we lost only 1 position. We are very happy about that. I'm pretty happy about that. At least I got decent amount of point, and then this is my 3rd attempt of this race, so finally it ended up in a podium, so I was very happy about. So we come home with P3 and then 149 points, which is highest point I ever received during any FI race. So guys, thank you very much for all of your comments, likes, and then views. It means a lot to me, and I hope you guys are having absolute fantastic races ahead of this week, and see you around with another video.